The topic of this lecture, or this series of lectures, is going to be on good inference, that is, on logic itself, because logic has to do with the inference between, that is, the inference of certain conclusions from some premises. But I think a good way of getting started is to briefly summarize what we concluded about the anatomy of arguments. And the first thing we decided was in reconstructing the argument. Remember, there's a two-step process. We reconstruct the argument, we evaluate. To reconstruct the argument involves two things: identifying the premises and conclusion, and writing the argument down in a standard form. From now on, when we talk about an argument, we're going to know precisely what the premises are and what the conclusion is. Although sometimes we're going to have some questions about meaning, that's come up in various classes. And reconstructing the argument is really important because it helps us understand and evaluate the rational strength of the argument. Remember, we're trying to figure out if the argument is rationally strong. We talked about there are other elements in rhetoric. Rhetoric is persuasiveness. Oftentimes, people concentrate on the emotional impact to try to get people to emotionally buy the conclusion. They're trying to get you to make the sale. Not in this course. We're worried about whether there is whether the argument is rationally strong, whether there's good reason to believe it. And the rational strength of an argument is made up of two parts. That is, if an argument is rationally strong, it's logically strong. And the logical strength is the logic, the connection of the premises to the conclusion. And that's really what we're going to be focusing in on for this series of lectures. But in addition to which we see, we need to have rationally strong premises as well. And in honing in on the connection, the logically strong argument, we know that if an argument's logically strong, we're going to call it valid. Now, an argument is sound. If an argument is sound, it's a good argument, and the definition tells us that a sound argument has two characteristics. It is a valid argument, and all of its premises are true. And if we know that an argument is sound, we know it's a good one. It's a rationally strong argument. So let's turn our attention to that first criteria that we were talking about. That is validity. Or, let me just get you back to where. That is, we're going to be looking at what constitutes logical strength of an argument.